Hey, can you read that for me?
Read this for you. It's that time of the week with Jesse Montagna.
Hello, and welcome to that time of the week with me, Jesse Montagna. It's that time of the week when we honor the brave Americans who have fought and fallen for our country. Delivery drivers. First up, some news. The month of May in Nashville just isn't the same when we can't all yell in unison, "You suck." The NHL season has been postponed until further notice, as well as every other sport, except of course who can grow the gnarliest corn beard. One solution to the NHL's problem is to hold future games in 8 to 9 centralized locations. Nashville's UFO on a pedestal, Bridgestone Arena, this week volunteered themselves to be one of the possible hosts, because if we all had one wish for our downtown, it'd be to have more hockey games. Nashville's minor league baseball team, the Nashville Sounds, are also in limbo right now as their season hinges on what the MLB decides with theirs. One option the MLB has the minors do not is to have a season without fans. With no TV rights or no TV revenue, hosting a minor league game without fans makes about as much sense as naming a baseball team the Sounds. Alright, team. We're going to turn this game around, alright? Make them deaf on 3. 1, 2, 3. Make them deaf! First hockey, now baseball? Nashvillians aren't going to know what to yell at. Well, of course, besides pedal taverns. But like the old adage says, mess with the bull, get the horns. Mess with the Sounds, get tinnitus. Pilgrimage Festival and the only weekend it's cooler to live in Franklin than Nashville announced their cancellation of their event this fall due to COVID-19. If you're not aware of the Pilgrimage Festival, it's basically the Franklin version of Bonnaroo. So instead of bad hygiene, camping, and weed, it's shirts dry cleaned, cheese sampling, and CBD. All the good stuff without the THC, seems cool. Other news from our more endowed older brother Franklin includes CCM superstar and the only man permissible to cheat on your husband with, according to the Bible, Michael W. Smith. Smith is holding a live drive-in concert on May 30th, inviting fans to sit safely in their cars and experience worship right through the radio. If you feel the Spirit lead you, please turn on your brides. Like with any Smith concert, the finale's altar call baptism will be substituted with a holy water car wash. I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and your holy Rolls-Royce ghost. Nashville State's community colleges announced this past week they plan to bring students back to campus by next fall, somehow making the stigma of going to community college even worse. A portion of I-24 in Nashville closed this week after an overturned semi spilled 43,000 pounds of dry noodles. Classic "you had one job" meme. Cleanup crews were instructed to put the pasta back in the truck because it's just going to get boiled anyways. Storing pasta loose in the back of a steel crate barreling down the highway is like pouring your cereal milk to the brim. You're just begging for an accident. This also proves the fact that semi-trucks are truly filled with anything. Speaking of spilling your noodle, I have something to confess. You see, this week I did something bad. Some would say even naughty. I was fully aware of my actions, I understood the repercussions, and yet I still pressed on. You see, there's been a struggle of mine I've had for years, probably ever since high school. In fact, I share it with a good friend of mine, Kevin. We do it alone, we do it together, in groups. And to be honest, for the past couple of months, I thought I had a handle on it until I received a steamy email this past week. And I fell back into the grips of gluttony. I'm of course talking about none other than Cece's Pizza. You see, Cece's emailed me earlier this week telling me that their dine-in option buffet is now open, assuring customer safety through higher cleaning procedures and serving you at the buffet instead of you serving yourself. Now, for days I questioned the moral argument to buffet or not to buffet, And I'm here to confess, I caved. Like a poorly constructed calzone, I caved. But I didn't cave alone. I brought a camera to bring you alongside me to answer the question we're all asking ourselves. Is it really safe to eat at Yesyesjess Pizza? Hey, Jess here. I'm out and remote right now, out and about in the Nash greater city, to give you the answer to a question we have all been wondering. Now that the city is starting to reopen and that restaurants are starting to offer dine-in, we're all wondering, is it safe to go to Yesyesjess Pizza? Yesyesjess is offering a dine-in option now. I understand I'm putting my body at harm, not because it's COVID, but because it's Yesyesjess Pizza. I understand the repercussions I may face, but I do love Yesyesjess. I love it like a brother. Just kidding, Justin. But I do love it like a really good friend. But a friend that will hurt you every time you come back. All right, let's go in. Oh boy. Buffet is open. Oh, they upped the buffet price. Used to be $6 flat. Hey, how's it going? For here, I'd like the buffet for here. We grab a plate, we still come up, and then you just serve it to us. Thank you. Oh boy. Hi, I'll take one of these. Thank you. Pepperoni, mac and cheese would be great. I'll take 2 of those. Lovely, thank you. Okay. Well, you go up, they give it to you. With this new style of ordering at Yesyesjess, there's a lot of accountability. Instead of taking 5 slices of pepperoni and thinking you're probably going to only eat 3, if they say, hey, how many do you want? And you say 5, they're going to expect you to eat 5. Pizza tastes absolutely incredible. I miss this for so much. In order to be accurate on the count of how many slices you've eaten, you need to put down the crusts. Without putting down the crusts, you haven't really technically eaten the pizza slice. Hot take, I know, but most people at Yesyesjess don't know that you can actually order a custom pizza at the buffet. No extra charge. You can order a pizza however you would like, custom made. For me, today, I got a spinach alfredo at chicken, bacon, jalapenos. Really ups the spinach alfredo game that you usually get the normal buffet line. Plus, it's fresh, it's hot, muy delicioso. This is for the mac and cheese pizza, a Yesyesjess classic. Pasta on pizza with cheese sauce and more cheese. Round 2. Yes, please, some cheese sticks, another zesty ham, mac and cheese, and are you gonna have a buffalo chicken? Thank you. Custom pizza changes everything. You go up to the buffet and come back with a custom za. People are looking at you like, does this guy own the restaurant? Is this guy Mr. CC himself? Is his daughter CC? This guy CC everybody in his emails. This guy see the sea in his dreams. He's an oceanographer or a sea captain, pirate. 3 breadsticks equate to 1 slice, I would say. Say a 3-to-1 ratio. So that's 6 right there. It's a 7. Ask and you shall receive. Spinach, Alfredo, bacon, chicken, and jalapenos. So everything before those 7 slices was the preamble for the main show. This is what you come for, the one that you want. It's hot, it's fresh, it's piping, it's delicious, gorgeous. That's hot. Kevin, I challenge you to go to your local Yesyesjess. Answer the call, Kevin. I just got called by name from the woman up there because the buffalo chicken pizza was ready. That's not Cece's goals. This is my best life. She calls me up by name like Jesus Christ. The service that you get, they want to still give you the buffet experience. They want to allow you to come up with a plate. Say, buffalo chicken, please. You say, how many? You say, 1, no, 2. You move on to your next thing. Can you throw some cinnamon rolls on there? No judgment. No judgment. How many? 2. No judgment. It's a judgment-free zone. This is the Planet Fitness of pizza buffets. Which then would mean Planet Fitness is the Yesyesjess Pizza of workout facilities. Checks out. If you don't finish the crust, leave them in the dust. If you don't finish the crust, might as well be a bust. If they don't finish the crust, then they must bank with SunTrust, which everyone knows is an inferior bank. One technique I learned from my brother, shout out to Justin, is that when you're eating a lot of food, you gotta shake it down. You shake it down. That allows the food to compact in your belly. You shake it down, compresses it, you have more room in your stomach. Love you, Just. So we're about to hit 15 if I finish these. I should say when I finish these. Here's my buffet philosophy. It's not a worthwhile buffet if you get less than 3 plates. 3 is a threshold. If you get 2 plates, that might as well just be getting a really big meal somewhere and asking for a to-go plate and you keep eating it. In order for a buffet to actually be a buffet, it's a 3-plate minimum. 15. I still haven't hit dessert. Nothing like a cinnamon roll that tastes exactly like a pepperoni pizza. Think about it. It'll make sense. Everybody knows whenever the cinnamon rolls come out at CC's, people flock. With social distancing, it's tough. This is the ultimate equalizer. People aren't grabbing 18 cinnamon rolls. When they ask you how many, you have to answer honestly. If they say 9, they'll just look at you and be like, really? 9? I'm going to try and get a little more dessert. Talk about King's service. Holy moly. She says, you want some extra icing on that? Yeah, I do. I gotta say, while it is weird to not get your own pizzas and the selection is low, when you come to CC's, you're treated like a king or a queen. I don't think I've ever had that service before. I'm really impressed. Hubba hubba, I'm in trouble. Is it worth it to go to CC's Pizza? I will say the choices of the buffet is limited. Is it safe? I'd say it's safe. There were a few moments where I was really close to some people, but overall it's safe. They clean things down, I think. Honestly, the hardest thing was getting the water. I had to get a tissue and use it as a press point. I feel like that'd be the only point of contact I could get COVID. Am I ashamed that I dined in at CC's during COVID? God, that's tough. I'm gonna say yes, but do I regret doing it? No. I'm ashamed, but I don't regret it. Like peeing in an aquarium. Like using the handicap stall in the bathroom. Like telling a little kid the tooth fairy isn't real. I'm ashamed of it, but I don't regret it. It's been nice. Thanks so much. Well, that's me here at CC's. So to answer the question, it's been on everybody's minds. Is it safe to eat at CC's Pizza? It's safe. Is it worth it? Just barely. But then again, is that really different when there's no COVID? That's basically their slogan. CC's Pizza. Just barely worth it. God, please do not give me COVID. I'm glad to say, after a few days of filming that, I feel good. Bloating aside, I feel good. Before I say goodbye, I want to thank you for the amazing and lovely response from last week's music video debut. If you didn't catch last week's episode, I released a music video to parody My Chemical Romance's song, Welcome to the Black Parade. It was a fun time making, and it's been also fun to see your response and your love and your shares and your support. Thank you so much. Now, of course, that is the second installment of my Corona-themed covers. First one being, of course, One Last Mask by Creed, which means if anybody knows the rule of 3 in comedy, I need one more. So if you have a suggestion on what you think should be the third and final installment to my Corona covers, put it in the comments below. Your suggestion might just be my very last swan song. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a treat. It's been a pleasure. This has been That Time of the Week with me, Jesse Montagna, and now it's time to go. Bye for now.